Hi, everybody. Elida Zweidler-McKay here with Engaging Leadership. I wanted to come on today because I've been having several conversations with my clients and with people I know about the current coronavirus situation and kind of where people are emotionally and mentally in facing kind of what's happening in our world and all of the uncertainty. And what I'm seeing is that as the situation goes on, as people are starting to um, move through this week where a lot of stuff has been changing, folks are starting to feel a little fatigue. And along with that, kind of a sense of drift, a sense of going through the motions, a loss of energy around um, what they can be doing themselves, what they can be leading their teams through. It's starting to feel a little bit like a slogging through. And I think on the one hand, that is a completely natural response to start to, as you're taking in kind of a sense of the enormity of the situation, you've been trying to put new routines in place. It makes sense that you might start to feel a little bit tired. And so I have two thoughts about that. And one is, as I mentioned in the last video, this is really an important time to create routines that are going to support your well-being. So to make sure that you have a routine that includes exercise, a routine that includes getting enough sleep, a routine that includes taking care of yourself and your body and your mind in some way. And then beyond that, I wanted to offer a different piece today. This is really what I want to focus on, which is about getting yourself and then using this to get your team refocused on your purpose. So, when we are going through the motions of our day and just trying to get through a laundry list of tasks or a to-do list, it can be a bit of a slog. It can feel like you're having to drag yourself through from meeting to meeting or task to task. And so I want to just offer up a reminder that an alternative to that experience is to get yourself back focused on your purpose. And this is, this can be at the level of your personal purpose, why you do the work that you do, why you're in the career that you're in, why you've stepped into leadership in your team. What is that about for you? Why is that important to you? If you can reconnect to that sense of kind of what's in it for you, that can be really energizing. And then the other part of that is to be linking the sense of purpose back to your team and back to the people that you're working with. So as you think about this period of time and how you and your team can really make the most of it, one of the things I invite you to think about is what can we make happen now? Like what becomes possible for us now if we stay focused, if we stay on task, if we keep moving forward? What are some of the goals that we want to try to hit while we're working our way through this new normal? What's going to set us up to be successful when we come out the other side? And why are we doing that? Why is the work we do important? What does it deliver to our clients? What does it make possible in the broader world? What does it create for society? Every single job, I have yet to run into a client who's in a job where we can't find a connection to why what they do is important, why what they do is making a contribution. So I just really invite you to really think about that for yourself and then also for your organization, for your team, for the people that you're leading. There is a bigger why. And the more you can articulate that for people, the more you can remind people why they're in the game, what they're doing, why the stuff they're doing day to day really matters, the easier it is to kind of find that energy to do the work. Another thing to sort of be thinking about in terms of your own purpose is that if you are leading a team of any size, whether it's a team or a team of teams or whatever, the leadership itself has a purpose, and that is to provide direction and support and guidance for the people around you. So I also want to invite you to really be thinking about that in the days ahead. How can I be stepping into my leadership and really being the kind of leader I want to be right now? What kind of direction do I need to be providing to people? What kind of support do I need to be providing for people? Do we need to get refocused on our purpose? Do we need to get some realignment of our priorities given the current situation? Do we need to um, have some discussion to get clear again about expectations? Our expectations needing to shift to make space for the kinds of realities that people are dealing with in terms of, whether that's in terms of work hours or deadlines or um, deliverables, all of those things might be a little bit in flux. And the more you can work with your team members to get clear about those and have some really clear expectations about what needs to be done and why it's still important, the better you'll be able to continue to lead them through this period of flux and this period of transition. I firmly believe we will come out the other side stronger, and that the people who are able to step into their purpose right now, step into their leadership, step into their roles, step into their bigger why, are going to be the ones who come out stronger on the other side. Now, all of that is to say that, you don't have to go through this period with a sense of push and I got it. Like, as I said at the beginning, it's really important that you take time to check in with yourself. You take time to recharge your energy. If your energy is not there, you take a minute and go rest and relax and figure out how to get it back. But resting is different from avoiding. And it's so easy when there's so much transition, there's so much uncertainty, there's so much fear, to just go into our shell, to kind of close up and go into avoidance. And keeping an eye on your purpose, keeping an eye on where you're headed and what's important about that and how you could really make good use of this time is going to be one of the antidotes to sucking yourself back into your shell like a turtle. So I invite you to keep your eye on the prize, keep going out there. And if you need any help with that, you want to pick up on this conversation, you'd like to explore a little bit more about what this might mean for you, feel free to schedule a call with me, zmcoach.net/call, and let's just talk about your situation. And if I can support you in any way, we'll talk about that too. All right, take care.